The things laying around your home may be worth a fortune. From toys to music and all collectibles that look like trash, there may be some surprising treasures in your attic that may make you rich. If you like this video, subscribe and in the comments below tell us what unexpected treasures have you found? If you find Ned, let us know in the comments below. Don't recycle. Okay, don't recycle everything. There are shows about hoarders, people who save everything. One of the first things they coach the hoarder to throw away are old magazines. If you're well informed, then you know most of the magazines are recycling worthy. But see if you have any of the vintage Time, Playboy, or Vogue. The older, the better. A 1975 Playboy magazine in mint condition was sold for almost $200. Not bad for those old pages. The most expensive toys. G.I Joe, Transformers, He-Man. These are the iconic toys of children in the 80s. Cartoons, movies, and more inundated Saturday mornings for children all over. Now as an adult, I hope you still have any of the big three, for they can be worth some serious cash. For action figures, boxes are better to have. It brings more revenue for you. If you still have the Dreadnok Thunder Machine from G.I Joe, you could be sitting on about $500. But if you have the He-Man Masters of the Universe Eternia playset in a box, you could easily ask for $10,000. Imagine also the cost of any Star Wars or some teeny babies. A record-breaking price. A rare copy of David Bowie's 1974 Diamond Dog album on vinyl has a bizarre story worth some serious cash. When it was about to be released to the public, the label company RCA got worried about the feature image used. In the original, Bowie's bottom half was interposed with a dog's bottom half, jewels and all. Regretting the choice, RCA reprinted the cover as we know it. But copies of the original got loose and are now worth about $4,000. Super sales. Superman, Captain America, Wonder Woman. Some of the best iconic heroes of all times. Superheroes can be seen in pretty much any channel and by anyone regardless of age and gender. If you own any vintage superhero comic books, you may be sitting in a lot of money. Some of the hotter items found on eBay right now are copies of the Black Panther series written in the 70s. A recent auction for the 15th issue was sold for about $200. The Black Panther's own debut comic book for up to $1,000. DC Justice League or Marvel's Avengers comic books, so fun to read as children and so valuable as adults. Older cameras. Technology has changed a lot over the years. And you may think that your old electronics or camera equipment are worth throwing away. But hold on for a moment. Before getting rid of your old Olympus or Pentax camera, see how much it's worth. The old 1970s models, complete with instruction books and lenses, can bring several hundred. So check and see if you have any hanging somewhere. It may be worth a shot to check. The pricey Happy Meals. How happy will you be now if you discovered that a Happy Meal toy you got as a child and kept on a box in your closet is now worth a lot of money? Well, check and see, because apparently there is a demand on eBay for Happy Meal toys. Anything from McDonald's, Burger King, and any other popular fast food restaurants. The collection sets sell the best and can price as high as $500 or more. Pyrex. At Grandma's house, there were cookies or cake and lots of food to feed a battalion. As children, you probably saw colorful bowls being passed around and Grandma's casserole evaporating as each piece was lifted to be served. As a grown-up, if you were thinking about getting rid of the old Pyrex bowls, don't. People love the vintage Pyrex, and they can bring Granny a pretty penny. A little butter dish can be worth $200. Imagine a complete set of servingware. Barbies. We cannot talk about expensive old things without mentioning another iconic item children all over the world coveted. You or your sibling probably play with a Barbie doll. Skin, clothing, the house, the car, the dog, you name it. Mattel Company had it ready for your poor, overwhelmed parents to purchase. And I'm sure it wasn't easy. But not all the older vintage Barbies are the pricey ones. In 2008, the Vera Wang Bride Barbie is now worth over $1,000. And remember, in the box is best. Kansas quarters. Run to your piggy bank. You may be sitting on a fortune. When the coin pressing machine charged with printing the Kansas quarters, the U.S. motto, "In God We Trust," was unfortunately transformed into "In God We Rust." A little smudge on the T made the unforgettable mistake that is now worth about $100. The first editions. This is fun to go hunting for if you like books, VHS tapes, and more. There are so many estate sales and garage sales that just want to get rid of books, vinyls. They are treasures waiting to be found. Some of the most pricey finds are first edition books. One good example is The Great Gatsby, that can sell for about $3,000. And the icing on the cake was the Lord of the Rings trilogy for about $84,000. Other hot items are VHS, Disney especially with the Beauty and the Beast rare copy costing about $12,000. So check and see what you have in your home. You may be able to pay your kids' college with some of the hot items collecting dust in your home. Signs of the times. The advertising industry has a lot to do with some things that go up in price. That includes some of the hotter items worth some cash. Old vintage signs. Before TV, advertisers will create thin signs on restaurants, gas stations, and so forth. Today, some of those old signs can be very pricey. Vintage brands like Griesendyke or Falstaff beers can sell for up to $500, but better-known beer brands like Old Milwaukee, couple of thousand. The traditional and more popular and copied sign is the Coca-Cola that can list for over $600. See if any of your family members own a gas station or a bar. They may have some money stashed without them knowing for a good vacation. What would you pay for a CD? You may be surprised to know that not only vinyls go up in price. Spotify, YouTube, and any online access to music has limited the purchase of CDs, and you may have discarded CDs as not worth much. But you will be amazed to know that special edition CDs go up in price too. You can find a Justin Timberlake gold album from his 2020 Experience Tour has become a collector's item. One has auctioned for $3,000 on eBay. Stitching together some extra cash. Grandma may be sitting in a lot of cash. She may have done some doll patterns for your bear or your doll, or you were even so lucky to have her make your dress for the prom. I remember mine being made. Anyway, sewing was very big in the past, especially during the Depression era in the 1930s. So, even if you already sold Grandma's sewing machine, check her sewing patterns. Companies like Vogue used to sell very high couture cut-out patterns for avid sewers to make at home. A good example is the Sonia Reichel top and skirt cutout that is now worth $150. What else does Grandma have worth a pretty penny? Stamp some cash. Stamps you may think old and rare are the best. And you're right, but there's some high-priced newer ones worth some cash too. A good example are rare stamps from the 90s. This Bugs Bunny sheet from 1997 was sold for about $100, but the 1992 Junior Duck stamps are worth $1,000. I know I have the Bugs Bunny one somewhere. I saved it because it was cute. Now, I just have to go find it. Remember to click the bell icon after you subscribe so you can get instant notifications of all our new videos. Things worth a fortune that could be found in your home? Discovered. What other fun things would you like to explore? Thanks for watching!